Welcome back, Pioneers. And today we're off break. What are we doing right now? We're just trying to wait for everything to load in. It looks like they're trying to get ready right now and set up the game. You said we paused the stream? Yeah,
it was a little trick or treat. That was the trick.
It was a trick.
And
That's
now,
all right.
now we're in for a treat. We're going to be hopping into our first map, which actually I think we're doing a little bit of a swap there. I think our map 1 might actually be Haven. In there on the graphics, it looked like it was Ascent.
Yeah.
But we're actually hopping here first. I'm sure Ascent is going to be our map 2, though. So
look at these picks. Oh my gosh, is that a neon pick? That is my favorite right there. I'm sorry, but I'm a little bit biased.
Well, I bet especially right now with all the buffs, the neon buffs.
Oh my gosh, neon's so good right now. Neon is literally the best duelist as of right now, I feel like. Besides, I think Raze, I think Neon is doing really good in the
current meta.
Yeah, the current meta.
Well, and maybe, though, another great duelist as well as Jet, especially if you can op. What?
Jet's okay. I mean, they kind of got nerfed heavily, so that's
coming from someone who's Neon with a shotgun and not Jet with an op.
Okay. I never use a Neon shotgun. I don't know what you're talking about. I actually don't. Like, I will be honest with you, I've never used a shotgun in that game.
That's why you're only plat.
I'm getting bullied.
Just kidding.
Again.
I will probably never hit plat in my life. Anyway, though, but taking a quick look at these comps, and not much has changed on the side of the Pioneers. That's a pretty standard comp we see coming from them that should do them well. Of course, this is our map pick, but I'm really interested to look at West Virginia Wesleyan College's comp right here. Very, very... well, a little bit non-traditional, but it's still got all the same roles. You see the Sova Clove, of course, the new controller, and then, like you said, Neon is a powerful duelist right now. Rounding that out, of course, with Breach and Cypher. I think Breach, for the longest time, has really been, like, the initiator you want to play here on Haven. I think the Pioneers have been doing pretty well with that Sky pick, so I don't hate that we have the Sky, but I also think it's going to be interesting to look at the difference in their Sentinels, right? You have the Cypher versus the KJ. Early, beautiful sheriff shot from Clark before getting traded right out. And now everyone knows this is an A site. Execute. Shots coming out. Trades coming out. It's a 3v3, but Spike not planted yet.
Gamergus was able to take out 2 of our players right there, able to shoot through that wall. I was very surprised when he shot him. I did not think it was just going to instantly head tap him. That was crazy. It looks like Ari's trying to flash them out and make them not look around. And Kirst and Creep are trying to push in, but they do get shot down. Looks like Kirst is able to get Gamergus, and it looks like they're able to get Sova, but they do not know where the other player is.
They do now. They do now. Those shots came out, but they're working against the clock. Taps the Spike, but Spiral drips is finding Kirst heads first. And that first pistol round going towards West Virginia, but a close pistol round. Very close pistol round.
And obviously, I like to talk about this a lot, but the pistol round to me is the most important round. I feel like it's not always, because there's a chance they could always win the second round, but I feel like the pistol round is what sets the tone for everything. It sets what's going to happen in the next few rounds. It's going to set ultimates, for example. It's just going to set everything that's going to be happening in the next few minutes, I guess. Yeah. It looks like they are going for another A push. Our Point Park team is going right through mid and maybe flanking them. A 4-person flank might be really good.
Yeah, I don't think the intention was to flank. I think they made a poor call as to where they thought they were going to go. But that's tough. You have those weaker weapons you want to stack and then can't. Not going exactly where you want, but going to be hard to push on site, especially just with these classics. And nice crosses coming out here from Wesleyan. Going to be very tough to push into, but if they're able to get a couple weapons off, even an already Curse is going to find one before getting traded out. That's exactly what you need to do. You need to be getting some of these weapons offline. 2 offline now, all down to Creep, not able to do it, but that's okay. 2 offline, and that's what you need to do, especially going into your buy round if you're a Pioneer.
Yeah, no, it looks like they were able to at least get some picks off, get rid of that econ that was probably going to be bugging them in the future, but they were not able to get the last 3 players, which is, I mean, it's okay. They weren't really supposed to win the second round because they lost the first round, but they are able to buy now. They are able to, get guns while the other team is looking like they're on a lower buy or like a safer buy just for the next fewer rounds. If they do take this round, though, it will look like Point Park is going to be in like a pinch or just something very scary for them. It does look like Neon is able to push up a little bit fast. Clark is sitting there waiting for someone to push up through sewers, but no one is there. Daystar, it looks like he's about to dart off, but it looks like they're falling back, trying to run away, maybe go to another site.
Well, they saw a lot of util there on that A site. Don't really want to push that. And unfortunately, the creep going to fall there on B as Wesleyan just takes their time to rotate over here towards the C site. Nobody there but Curse to let the team know.
Curse taken out by Clove. Right, they were not looking at the right area, but it does look like Daystar and Clark are able to pick it up. Oof, that dart just missed both Daystar and Sky. Does look like that Neon's going to try to push up a little bit, but they aren't going to be able to see anything. Ooh, but they are able to get Daystar out of the runnings, and it does look like Ari is able to take two of them out. Gamer Gus is out, and it looks like Sova is right there, but they're both peeking it, and they are able to take this round, which is really good for them. But losing so many guns, it looks like they
that's
lost.
tough.
Yeah, that is very tough. They are able to take a round, which I feel like is very good for their morale.
Yeah, well, I think it would have been a hard hit if they had lost their buy up there, but it's like you said, only able to recover 2 guns, or I guess really hold on to 2 of those weapons, and that is going to be tough. Now you're facing Wesleyan, who should be able to buy up once again. These are the rounds where we're really going to start to see it matter, and where it's really going to be important to keep an eye out on that economy build up.
It looks like I saw that maybe one of them dropped one of their weapons for the other teammate, which is very good because I feel like some players like need that specific weapon so they can win the rounds. Like Jet using just a sheriff this round could be perfect for them because Jet picked up a AR and was able to bring it up for them. It does look like Neon is going to push up a little bit, trying to get full sight. They are shot with the is that the KJ turret? Yeah.
Yep, a Killjoy turret.
Yeah, no, it looks like Creep was trying to get an early pick, but he was not able to. Cursed just up top, looking for someone, looking down on that beautiful kill on Gamer Gus. Let's get that person out of here, that beautiful initiator. But it does look like Clark was trying to go for a dash, but was not able to get the kill. Sova was able to get a nice headshot on Ari, and Cursed was taken out. But it does look like Creep is able to get a double kill, and it's 2v2 situation right now. They're both not knowing where they're at, but it does look like Creep is trying to get a pick through the smoke. Daystar is able to get the person who's in that smoke, but Daystar got the nice final kill. Creep with 1 HP in a dream, and they are able to take this round by defuse. I love it.
And I'm sure the Pioneers love it as well. Another one on the board, 2-2, and well, it's been a while since the Pioneers have been able to be this strong just right out the bat, especially on a game 1. So I think if they're able to keep this momentum rolling, things should be looking good for them. They only lost a pistol in the next one, and now that does mean that Wesleyan going to be on a little bit of a light buy here.
Yes, it looks like an incredible light buy. They might be a little bit screwed, but they do have 4 ults right now, so they might be able to they might just be using their ult to take up the space, trying to take up this area. It does look like they're all pushing there, and Clark does see it, tells Princess Ari that they're coming.
Beautiful here from Clark. Speaking of ults, Clark bringing out the knives.
Right,
that doesn't matter. Isaiah with that ultimate is such a force to be reckoned with. Like you said, Neon.
Yeah, Neon's
kind of
meta.
tough right now. Creep finds 1, finds 2, and finds 3. Going to be able to get another defuse off, and that's a 3rd run on the board for the Pioneers.
A beautiful 3K, and it looks like that they're, saving up for that other ult point. And it looks like they all 3 have ults this round. So it looks like they might be doing a really good defensive play. Maybe I don't know, but it looks like they're all happy now. There's smiles on their faces after locking in. They look like they're ready for this game, and they're ready to win this.
Well, and that's what we talked about too, right? We said that the Pioneers, when they are feeling well, they play well, and they have to be feeling good about that. You could see the smiles on their faces.
Yes, it looks like they are going to be going for another A push. That's very risky, I feel like. I mean, not risky because there's no one on there, but it's risky because they've been doing it so much. And it looks like that yeah, no, they're all starting to rotate through and trying to push fast. Ari falling off the, falling off the map and going around, or falling off the site and going around. Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
Clark is flanking.
Wesleyan is able to get this plant off, but it's the Pioneers to bring out that lockdown to give them a little bit of time to rotate. Ari, though, has to wait out some of this utility. And because you said Clark in such a strong position, able to look for anyone rotating out of that ultimate, but it's all going to be for naught. And now suddenly what looked so good for the Pioneers slowly starting to trickle away from them. Some shots and some fires, but all down to Daystar, who has to find 1, 2, and 3. Just looking for 1 right now, but the call to save has come through. Good call. Not enough time, and not certainly a good enough position to feel strong about getting 3, and the defuse, the call to save coming through from the IGL might just be what saves them going into the next. Now the Pioneers have won 3 in a row prior to this. Their economy not in a bad place, but that's a tough pill to swallow.
Exactly. I mean, they were able to win these first 3 rounds and gain that econ back, but losing that round is going to put like a big hinder on their, I feel like, motivation, I guess, their morale, which, I mean, it's not going to be the worst thing because they're tied right now. They're fine with that, but in these next few rounds, I feel like it's going to be a little bit frustrating if they can't get these picks off and play together. It does look like Daystar is currently on the top, tied with 3 others right now, 5, 5, and 5. What do you think of those numbers?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Pioneers are looking pretty strong here. And we talked about Ari with that shotgun. There it is. Round 7 coming out. And that means Ari has her own ult she'll be able to bring out to just kind of find the other ones. They know someone's still down here long. That gives them plenty of information to go off of. And that dog going to help even more to clear some of that out.
Look at them. They're scared of that flank. They know that someone might be there, but they don't know that there are 3 people there waiting for them, maybe trying to get a nice pick off. And they do. Creep gets a nice headshot on, what is that, Cypher right there? Yes, it is. And it does look like Daystar is able to get a pick, but they aren't able to kill the last person that is up there. But, oh, Clark was able to save it. And, oh my gosh, Clark gets a double kill and wins the round for them. What? That all just happened so fast. I blinked for a second and the round was over. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well played there by the Pioneers. And I think Ari, with that ultimate huge, just kind of allowed Wesleyan to get kind of cornered there. And unfortunately for them, that was their demise. Well played by the Pioneers. They're back in it. They were never really out of it. But losing there would have been tough because that would have been a pretty tough hit to their economy.
It does look like the other team is going for a lighter buy this round. Since they did lose that last round, they are trying to get maybe some picks, maybe some free weapons, and yeah, look at that Neon sitting up there waiting with a shotgun. Something I wish I could do. Oh, and he turned around right as Daystar came around the corner. That timing is beautiful by Daystar. His timing has been great today. And I love it, getting these picks in. Oh my gosh, Clark with a nice headshot. The last 2 are sitting in, it's an elbow right up there, trying to maybe get a pick or 2 before something bad happens. I don't know, but it does look like they're all getting pushed, maybe anchored or holding angles right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get pinched, right? There's 3 places they need to look. There's only 2 of them. Make that 1.
Ooh, a nice headshot by Cypher right there. Last person alive, and it does look like Daystar is able to get a 3K. Oh my gosh, Daystar's positioning. Everything right now with Daystar is going good. He's having a really good game today, and I love seeing it.
I think all the Pioneers are having a good game today.
I would want to say, like, for the past few times we've seen him on Sova on this map, it's been going a little bit downhill, but right now he's having an amazing day and able to pick up with his team, and I love seeing that. Because before he was just getting completely shut down, but now he's just doing everything great, and I love it. He's learning. He's doing everything right, and I love seeing that. It does look like, though, that they're going to be going for a mid push. Neon is immediately on site, almost running into his own, what is it? Stun. It does look like Creep is able to get a kill, but it does look like Gus was able to get a kill on Creep. Gamer Gus is trying to keep them away from pushing onto site, but it does look like they're all holding from a different angle. Gamer Gus is able to get a kill on Clark. Neon is able to get a kill, and Princess Ari just getting double kills, taking out the entire team. Now it is a 2v2 situation. Ari does know where that Neon is, and that Neon got a nice headshot on them. Neon is trying to rotate around, maybe going to that Sova. Yes, Sova just needs to push up. Sova doesn't know where they're at. Maybe trying to look for a pick, maybe trying to find them. They don't know that there's someone mid right now, and they do get shot from behind, getting taken out, and that round does go to the attackers.
Yeah, well-deserved round there for West Virginia Wesleyan College. And you can tell their faces. Pioneers didn't like that one too much, but it's okay. They're still in this game here. They're still up for one round. So they have time to bring it back. And, of course, they have the economy to keep it going. They're going to have to make sure they're able to stay on top of it this round because... well, frankly, if they don't win, their economy won't be looking in to be in such a great position. We have a couple ults online for both teams, and just as we say that, we saw that Breach ult come out for Wesleyan, and Isaiah finding that opening pick, going to open up the site. They're going to be able to get that spike down and get into a good post-plant position.
I think my favorite thing about this game is seeing these players try to predict their movements. It looks like they just see the future sometimes. It's amazing. Like that, for example, Clark immediately knowing when Gamer Gus is peeking out. It's like they see the future. It's like they see everything that's going to happen.
Ooh. Dior, though, with 3 good picks, all down to Ari, who has to find those last 2 and get the spike diffused. And when you have a Sova with lineups, that's so hard to work against. That Odin Ari not able to put a stop to that, and that's going to be the equalizer there for Wesleyan.
That is. I love the fact that the Odin, I think, got buffed recently, so I love seeing it in play. Was it the Odin or the Ares that was recently buffed?
You know what? I used to be a big Ares player back in the day. It's been a while. I'm a converted Spectre girly.
Ew, with a Spectre. No, I'm joking. I'm a Phantom person. I love the Phantom. It is such a beautiful weapon.
They're 2 different classes of weapons, right?
Yeah, they are. But I mean, like, I'm just saying, I love the Phantom.
If you like the Phantom, I feel like you would like the Spectre for your light buys.
It's good whenever you're Neon and you can just run around like that, for example. Run around and get some head taps. Look at those 2 right there, pushing into sight and able to get these kills. It looks like they just wiped out the entire team, and there's 1 person left, and that person is Creep. Are they able to take any kills or any type of picks or anything? I don't know, but it does look like they do have a sniper, so they might be going for maybe a faster push or a long-range push. They need to fall back a little bit, but they do not, and it does look like Cypher is able to get the kill on them.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, though, the Pioneers just kind of had rough weapons to work with, but really, I mean, you need to be able to win some of those saves. It's unfortunate, but now look at this replay again. And you talked how great it is to just get into sight. The Pioneers just not able to stop.
Is this the surprise that you were talking about?
This is the surprise. We have replays now.
Oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. I love it.
It was beautiful.
Yes, I mean, look at this. They're all going for A again. I love the Odin spamming. Sorry for calling Odin spamming, but it kind of is. No.
A little bit spamming.
I love it though. I love it. I love the fact that they're trying to push up really fast. Neon is playing entry perfectly right now, and they're able to get these kills. Like I said, literally, right there. Creep is down. They're able to take the site, and Clark is just trying to look for a pick, a free one. Maybe if someone just looks out, sticks their head out, and like I said, Clark got the pick right there. That was a nice headshot. Isaiah is able to use their ult and to get a nice 3K right there, but Curse shut them down completely. Looks like Daystar is getting attacked by their Clove, which is in mid, and they are able to get taken out from them.
Yeah, that is a rough round there for the Pioneers. Again, I think the last couple losses really starting to weigh on them. I think they need to slow things down a little bit and just kind of get back to their basics, because they were looking so strong, and you can just tell in their faces they look defeated right now.
Look a little frustrated, you know? I feel like what they really need to do right now is just play back. They're on defense. They need to sit back, you know, take some time to figure out what's going to happen. Seeing that they're just only going for A for the past few rounds, they need to realize that they might be going for A, you know?
Well, fortunately, they don't have to worry about that anymore. We are swapping sides here. Now it's going to be the Pioneers on attack.
Oh, I didn't even realize they were swapping sides. My bad. Yeah, no, it looks like that Pioneers are going to be on the attack now, and that they are going immediately for that door, trying to get that Neon out of play, maybe. Breach is there to save their Neon, but no one's saving that Breach. Very, very unlucky. And it does look like Sova's up there, maybe sitting, waiting for a nice pick to come out. Creep is able to take out that Neon, but is that Clove coming out of nowhere? Oh my gosh, they're missing. What is happening? Oh my gosh, Clove was able to take out Daystar. Everything just happened at once right there. All three of them were able to get a pick off and able to kill them, and they were able to win that attacking round, meaning they are able to get a few more buys. I mean, that was the pistol round. That was the most important round for attack for them, and they were able to win it, I feel like.
Well, yeah, and you should think, right, they were 5-7 at the half. They just won this pistol, and they can buy up. They should win again, and that should put them tied here going into that third round of the second half. But again, you know, I hesitate to say the Pioneers definitely going to win this round because, well, we've seen plenty of series where it didn't go that way.
I love the Neon hard pushing right now. Is trying to get a free pick, you know, maybe something, maybe just something clean. But it doesn't look like they're able to. Curse is just sitting there ready for them. Oh my gosh, Cursed was planning that the entire time, you know. It does look like they might be rotating off of A, though. It looked like they were trying to make some noise, maybe bait them out, thinking that they were going to A. And it does look like Curse is able to get a second pick off of Gamer Gus, also known as their Breach player. And it does look like they're all finally rotating. Their Creep is planting right now and able to get it off. Looks like everyone's coming from the back of their spawn. Cursed is getting ready to pick off of someone, but it does look like their Sova with a shotgun is going to be there. Maybe? Maybe? But it does look like Cursed is able to get a third kill right there. No one was watching that. And it does look like they're able to get a fourth kill. Oh my gosh, Cursed with a 4K. Are they able to do it? Are they able to? And they get an ace! Oh my gosh, Cursed gets a beautiful ace! And they are able to take that round, tying them up. Like you said, you were so scared of them not winning that round. And look at that. Cursed right there got a beautiful ace.
No, I wasn't scared. I knew the Pioneers had it in them. A beautiful ace with a sheriff.
Yeah, with a sheriff. They weren't able to do much right there. They had shotguns. They were trying to play in short range, but they weren't looking in the right direction. And Cursed positioning was beautiful. They were just not ready for him.
Yeah, it definitely should scare West Virginia Wesleyan going into this round. You talked about the Odin Sam coming out strong, but Zior able to find 1, 2, and Isaiah with the third. Well, things looking a little bit rough here for the Pioneers. It's okay though, this wasn't their buy. Ari finds one, can't find another, and that's okay. They got one gun, and that does mean, too, going into this next round, the Pioneers should be able to buy up. And I think they can just run it back.
Yeah, no, I think they're completely fine right now. They were just saving guns that round. They were not buying. They weren't being over, you know.
Overzealous.
Yes, overzealous. That's the perfect word for it. Thank you. But yeah, no, they weren't being, like, crazy. And it does look like we are getting a beautiful replay of what just happened right there. And it does look like Isaiah is able to get a few picks off and, you know, win that round. And we're back. It looks like someone's trying to shoot them through the wall, but no one's there. They all realize, I think, that they're going to A, and Neon is trying to maybe lurk, maybe get a free pick on defense. And it does look like Clark is going up with the dog. They are able to get hit by the trip, which lets Jet in, but oh my gosh. Who is that Clove coming out of nowhere from the top ropes? They are starting to fall back a little bit, though, and I think the other team realizes that. I think they're already trying to fall back and maybe reposition themselves just a little bit. Creep slowly going up.
Just time to just slow it down, go back to basics. They're going to inch their way here through. And all of a sudden, they see Isaiah there on that Clove, but Isaiah through that smoke, able to find one. Gamer Gus finds another, and now suddenly, again, a 2v5 situation. They know exactly where they are, and they're all pinched here. And Zor, coming from the back, finds 2 and puts another round on the board for West Virginia Wesleyan.
That was a really good play by West Virginia. They were not, like, over-rotating. They were not going crazy. They were not being aggressive. They were just playing on defense. And I think that is something that we need to see more of from both sides. Yeah, no, they were not being too crazy about it, and I love it. It does look like they are. Our team is going to be on a light buy, which is a little bit scary. You know, going against a full buy in an Odin.
But then again, if you're a Pioneer and you can get an ace with the Sheriff, why spend credits if you don't need to? We'll be looking to see if they can do that again here, though. Things are looking a little bit rough for the Pioneers, but that's okay. They're only down by 2 rounds, so plenty of time to bring it back. And this slow little default coming in. Creep, though, with that opening pick is going to give the team a chance to inch their way up here. C, but this time they're taking gives plenty of time for those rotations to come in, and Clark falling there is gonna kind of put a halt to the Pioneers' aggression.
Daystar getting shot from behind, and Curse does look like he took a little bit of damage, but is able to get a nice pickup of their Odin. Screw the Odin. I mean, I got called out right there by Curse. He's like, I could win these. It does look like Clove is not ready for the Ari Stinger, you know, that beautiful combo right there. Curse is able to pick up that Odin and kill their Cypher. It looks like they're both holding a nice angle, and Curse is taken out by that Clove right there. Oh my gosh. Looks like Daystar knows where they're at, and they instantly killed them, taking the round. And now it's up to 8-9, right?
Yes, it is. Only 1 round separates the 2 of these teams, and look at that. Once again, a smile on Creep's face. That's how you know it's going to be a good round. When Creep's smiling, you know they're going to play well.
It's beautiful. I like the facial expressions like Creep makes throughout the games. Like one minute he looks frustrated, the next minute he's just so happy to be there, and I love it. I love seeing all of them just, you know, just play. I love it.
Don't have to wait too long. Round 18 coming underway right now. But Essence going to find the opening pick, and that's tough if you're a Pioneer fan because that's your controller. Those are your smokes, and unlike Clove, can't bring them back after you're dead. It's going to slow the Pioneers down just a little bit, but they're going to have to start making moves towards somewhere. Don't want to get pinched again.
It looks like Daystar's waiting for them to try to push up a little bit, maybe play with each other, and it don't know what's happening right now. It looks like Neon's just trying to hold that angle, maybe waiting for someone to push through, but they're not. They're trying to fall off, maybe someone going to see. Yeah, it's exactly what's happening. Neon is just holding it, yep, just waiting.
Well, if you're West Virginia here, you have the numbers and you have the opportunity to hold on to these sites and hold these choke points. Pioneer's going to have to start making moves somewhere. Time is ticking, 40 seconds left. Ooh. And now that's exactly the information they needed to know that they're here mid. Isaiah finds one, and that's Spike, and now clock ticking, 30 seconds left. 3v5 for the Pioneers, looking for one more. It's going to be tough now, all down to Ari and Clark.
Ari gets a nice pick on that Neon, and it does look like they are able to pick it up with another pick. And is Jet going to be able to get it?
Ooh.
They were able to get another pick off of Sova, but they were not able to get that Cypher right there. Very, very upsetting. And now it is that 8-10 right now? I think
it's 8-10. 2 rounds separate these 2 teams, but only 2 rounds separate West Virginia from match point.
And yeah, no, it does look like Creep is a little bit frustrated. We did, you know, hear him yell a second ago, which is kind of funny, I think. But, you know, they need to boost their morale up, I feel like, a little bit. They need to get a few picks. Creep needs to get a pick, get that morale up, and, you know, just play and win. It does look like they have 3 ults, so they might be using it this round, you know, just to take a round.
You should run.
Yes, it does look like that KJ ult immediately goes off as I was saying that. Sova's slowly pushing up. Looks like Cypher was trying to get a free pick, but they were not able to get anything. There's Sova and Jet. Sova is very low. Isaiah was able to get a nice 2K right there. Creep sitting up there, waiting. Cursed just looking. Oh my gosh. Is Cursed going to see that Neon up top, maybe? It does look like the Sky ult does come out and maybe see someone up top. They are not ready for that cursed being there. And oh my gosh, Creep gets a 4K. I didn't even see what Creep did.
Well, Creep got everyone else.
I looked
That
away
wasn't the
for a
one that we
second.
saw cursed, and definitely what they need. Look at those smiles coming out. Again, feeling a little bit more confident if they can keep that energy up. Well, they just have the opportunity to tie this game right here. 9-10.
I just said Creep was frustrated and that he needed a kill. And look at him getting a 4K right there.
4 kills.
4 perfect, beautiful kills right there. It does look like they are going to see, though, which I would love to see this push. I would love to see what they do. I would love to see how they're going to handle this. Neon oh my gosh. Neon immediately came out and took out Curse, but they all get flashed.
Oh, that was a good flash. Good use of utility there.
They were not ready for that flash, and it looks like the entire team was taken out besides 2. Looks like Clove is sitting there waiting for them to rotate maybe with a shotgun, and Princess Ari is dogging it out, so Clove is going to have to fall off of it. Or not. They're just going to sit there, wait for them maybe. Sky's just trying to maybe see someone flanking them. They're not really trying to push up right now because they do not have the numbers, but I feel like they need to be a little bit more aggressive right now to, you know, get a pick. That Sova is by themselves right now, so I feel like if they could get that Sova off that site, they are able to, you know, win this round.
Definitely easier said than done because unlike us,
like
they
I
don't
said.
have the intel to know where everyone else is like we do, but that pick is going to be exactly what they need to push on to site here.
A lot of utility used and a lot of information gained, but no one was hit by it, and they don't know that the Clove right there is going to be able to pick up a gun and, you know, come from behind, you know, just getting them. And like I said, for example, Clove comes from behind and shoots Creep in the back. Ari is able to take them out, but it does look like they're, you know, 50-50 right now.
Oh, things looking pretty close here, but ugh, that Clove utility does so much damage. It's tough to work against, and well, Clove able to get that kill. Only 5 HP remains, but that's still 5 HP more than Ari there. It was close. That was a nice try, but ultimately, nice tries don't put rounds on the board, and now Wesleyan inching closer and closer to a victory here on the Pioneers map pick.
Does look like they are a little bit upset by that, but I don't think it's anything they did well on, honestly. They just took that round from a 2v like 3 to a 1v1 situation. I think they did really good setting up that round, in that they shouldn't be so hard on themselves for it. Again, they're going for C though, which I do love. I love seeing that no one's even on it besides Gamergus. Gamergus slowly pushing up. They did see that Jet up there, but it does look like they don't know that Jet is completely on site. Oh my gosh, they were all taken out by that Gamergus. What was that ability called? It looked like that the shock ability that just damages people was able to take out 2 of the players, and it does look like Essence is able to get a nice shotgun kill on Ari, the last player, and it is now match point.
You can definitely see it on their faces now. That's a tough one. 1 round away from victory if you're from West Virginia Wesleyan College, and well, the Pioneers have their work cut out for them. These last 2 rounds haven't gone their way, and now they need 3 in a row.
Get out of my way.
Does look like Ari is trying to slowly push up, maybe get a pick or 2, but no one is pushing, no one is being aggressive, and it's looking very, very, very scary for them. I feel like since they're on defense, I would be a little bit less, you know, aggressive and stuff. So yeah, no, it does look like though that they are maybe going to C or A, because the spike, oh, maybe B. Yeah, I was completely wrong with that. It might be trying to do a B push, getting a site that they haven't gone on before, and maybe trying to plant it. I think they did go actually 1 round, but that was only 1 round. Oh, Creep is able to get a pick on Gamergus. Isaiah's trying to get a kill through that smoke, and they are able to get Clark, but Creep is able to take it back. Cursed is able to get a kill on that Sova right there, and it looks like a 2v4 situation. There's only 2 people left on the other team. Are they able to get some kills and take the round? Oh my gosh. It does look like Spiral was able to get a few kills, but oh, that ult did not help that Clove. Spiral was able to get a nice 3K, and they're trying to get the last person right there. But they aren't. They're just getting baited. They're just getting moved. Oh my gosh. And Ari is able to take that kill in that round with that beautiful Bulldog. I love the Bulldog. That is probably my favorite weapon in the game right now for how good it is and for how strong it is both on an early buy or a light buy and just for how strong it is early in the game.
That's crazy because a couple runs ago you said you were a Phantom fan.
I like Phantoms, yeah, for late game. But, like, I mean early game when they're on a light buy or they're not able to buy anything. I love the Bulldog so much.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of value that the Bulldog can have. Remember, the Bulldog is a rifle and not as quite as powerful as a Phantom or Vandal. But when you can't quite afford that, I am a big fan of Bulldog Heavy Shield over full rifle light shield in certain cases. And, yeah, it worked out for them. Still, ultimates on each side to work with. But things looking a little bit better for the Pioneers. They got to keep that energy up. They have 2 rounds to bring it to overtime. Cannot afford to make any mistakes here.
Jet was able to push up very far up to A, just waiting for someone to, you know, play it off, maybe pick, or for the other 2 to push up through the site. Cypher is up top waiting for someone to come out and, you know, tap their heads. Isaiah is able to get back, but oh my gosh, Ari with a nice headshot on Clove, taking their smokes out of the match.
Well, unfortunately, though, Clove smokes don't leave when Clove dies.
That is true, yes, that is. I completely forgot about that, but they aren't on the right site for that if they were playing A. But it does look like they are trying to rotate back, so maybe these Clove smokes are able to help them a little bit. Gamer Gus is trying to get some info on who's going mid, but no one's going mid. They're all going C. They were not ready for this beautiful like flanker rotate. And it does look like Sova is trying to get the ult off, and they do get their Sova, which is very, very sad. Oh, nice pick by Creep right there. They now know that Creep is sitting in that room, and oh my gosh, Creep just got swung by the by Gamer Gus, their breach, and it does look like they are able to hit the ult off of a few of them right there. Or maybe just Clark. Oh, Clark getting a nice headshot. Cursed able to get it, and they were both able to pick it up right there. It is 1-12 match point, and if they do win this next round, they are going to be going into overtime.
Yeah, I think if they can keep playing with that same confidence they have, I wouldn't be surprised to see this go into OT. And of course, as a Pioneer fan, hoping that the momentum that they've had the past couple rounds will bleed in to overtime, maybe for a first map win in a while, but still a whole round they have to work with. Remember, there's nothing to save here at this point. Got to buy up as much as you can, but West Virginia Wesleyan on a bit of a tough buy and no more ultimates to work with.
Oh my gosh, someone's Odin spamming right through that wall and maybe trying to get a pick or two, but they are not able to find it. Clark is pushing up long, it looks like, but everyone else is just playing default. It might be just looking for picks this round, maybe trying to get an early head start to the, game. Cypher's just looking for someone, just someone for coming through sewers, which they are not able to find. Sova is droning out, maybe trying to find someone. All this information that they're getting, but no one is there. Looks like Clark is pushing up a little bit, and are they able to find that? Oh my gosh, they just gave them the information that they are there, but it does look like Cypher doesn't know that there's someone there. Oh my gosh, Cursed is slowly pushing up. And they do find that nice pick. Cursed with a nice hit tap. Sova is planting for default. Oh my gosh. Neon was able to get another pick right there. And it does look like Princess Ari is able to get that breach out of the way. No more flashes, no more info. But that Odin right there comes out of nowhere, able to take out Daystar. Ooh, Clark was not able to get a pick on that Odin. And it does look like their Clove was able to turn around and shoot Ari. Oh, and that Clove got a nice head tap on Creep, winning the Haven match.
Yeah, that was close. I would have liked to see maybe the Pioneers get in a little bit of a better post-plant position. But all in all, I mean, that's a tough defeat. It was close, but Not quite close enough. So first map is going over to West Virginia Wesleyan, but definitely a good try.
Let's take a look at that like replay of the match. Let's look at everything that just happened.
Yeah, well, we will be getting a chance to go into those map highlights here in a second, but I do kind of want to go over what we just watched. Right, it was kind of a back and forth from both teams, but really in the end, and now, like we said, highlights coming out. But I mean, just look at these beautiful shots. You love to see a beautiful 3K, of course, from Creep.
Oh my gosh, Gamer and Gus is just coming out of nowhere, playing in these impossible to look at spots. They're just holding nice angles and taking these clips. Look at that. Look at Ari just sitting there waiting for that neon. I love it. That Clove just knows where everyone's at. It's so crazy to see them do that, and it does. Just everything's happening. Oh my gosh, that flash was so beautiful for them. I love that flash. That flash saved that round, I feel like, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, definitely we saw some great utility from both sides, and of course, great shots and great plays from both sides. Very, very close. And here at the end, we know Pioneers were able to bring it to 11, but that last round just didn't quite go the way they wanted it to, unfortunately.
And then the next map. Let's talk about that for a second. We're going to be going on Ascent soon, right?
Yes. Yeah, we will be going to Ascent, which is the pick of West Virginia Wesleyan. But again, Ascent is very much one of those maps that's figured out. Now, the Pioneers historically have gone a couple times to overtime on Ascent. And I think for their sake, they'd love to close it out before then. But I think it'll come down to what comp are these teams running, because from what we saw this map, two good teams, great utility usage from both teams, and great shots from both teams. So I think it's just going to come down to who's giving their team an opportunity to be put in the position really to keep it going.
Who's going to win this first pistol round? Who's going to win these rounds?
It comes down to that. I mean, you could look at that last map we just saw and said if the Pioneers had won that first pistol, they could have won this map.
Exactly.
So winning those pistols are so, so important. But before we spoil Ascent too much, I think we're going to head to a short break. Let the players get ready to go into lobby. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for map 2 coming up after the break. All right, guys, welcome back. We're just getting ready to hop into game number 2 here over on Ascent. Unfortunately, the Pioneers did fall there on Haven.
Looks like Coach is trying to hype. Is that Clark up right now? You're trying to make everyone happy, you know, talking to them, talking to everyone. And yeah, we're going on to Ascent. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, well, it should be Ascent. I believe, remember that we did see those map picks and bans, and I did say we were going to Ascent first and then Haven. Just saw Haven, so it stands to reason that Ascent should be next.
Hopefully. Unless the decider was Ascent and Bind was the other pick, then I'm so confused right now of what's happening.
Well, I guess everyone will find out at the same time. But if they're not trolling us too hard, we should be going to Ascent here, and we'll get ready to look at those team comps in a second once those teams are ready to go. But let's talk about what we expect to see on Ascent.
Asova. I expect to see Asova running around with an Odin, shooting through every single wall they see. That's really what I'm expecting. That's all I see. That's all I see. That's all I see on Ascent.
Well, it's really Ascent, like the classic Ascent is Sova with an Odin. It's Jet with an op mid.
Oh, all the way. Either Jet or Chamber with an op now. Because Chamber's trips, not trips, their teleport was up buffed recently, right? They were able to now like teleport across the map basically. It's insane what they did with the new TP update.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's too soon to see Chamber in the like meta, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Chamber come out here again. What's kind of fun about collegiate play is even though there's very much that set standard comp, we don't always see that in collegiate. A lot of times people like to play the agents they're comfortable on, so that does give us like kind of fun, funky, fresh team comp. So we'll have to see as they start to lock in. And already the hover on the Astra. I would love an Astra to come out.
Oh my gosh, look at it. Like we just said, Jet and Sova immediately in the map pick.
We were being trolled with the Astra, though. It is Omen. Standard Ascent gameplay. But I'm excited over here on the side of West Virginia Wesleyan. We have the Clove and the Reyna. Everyone, it's no secret that I'm a Reyna fan at the moment.
You're a Reyna fan? I don't believe you.
My nails look like Reyna, but they're going to have to come off soon. It's been a while, unfortunately. But I'm going to milk every second I have. I would say that when we're looking at the Pioneers, just kind of a team comp, the only difference you see in that meta versus what the Pioneers are running, I would say Sky isn't really as popular in Ascent as like a KO, which we saw Gamer Gus lock in. But Ari is very comfortable on Sky, so I think if Ari can keep that up, I would any day of the week rather have Ari on an agent she's comfortable with than trying to fit a meta team comp, and it doesn't even matter because your opponents aren't fitting the meta, so why should you have to? But I mean, Ascent is one of those figured out maps, so I think Pioneers running with that tried and true team comp very, very, very on brand.
I do think there is a reason why they don't choose KO, because recently KO's flashes were nerfed. Like they're not as good as they used to be, and because of that, you have to, if you ever want to like throw a flash now, you have to have lineups for it. I feel like you have to have specific things you need to do with these flashes that not a lot of people understand yet. And so I feel like since Ari or Sky right now is really good with flashing and like baiting and everything, because their flash doesn't immediately go off, you have to hit the button to make it go off. So whenever people are looking at it waiting for it, they can just, you know, trick them, like trick or treat, like Halloween. They trick them, and that's what I like seeing from the Sky.
Well, we'll have to see if it's enough to trick West Virginia Wesleyan or not.
Yes, exactly. What are they doing right there, trying to get on top of that what's that thing called, the little thing that hangs over,
like a trellis?
Yeah, something like that.
An awning, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe an awning. I don't know, too many words. But a nice pick from Isaiah right there on Clark. Looks like Arena is trying to push out a little bit. Ari's trying to get rid of that door, but they just opened it up. Why did they open it up? I think they tricked them into thinking that the door was open. Or maybe closed. I don't know. It does look like the Reyna was able to get a pick, and Ari is able to get a kill on Reyna. but Gamer Gus does know that they're there. They are able to pick up that Sheriff, and they were able to get the nice hit on them, but they are not able to get the kill. You know who does get the kill though? Cypher. Cypher gets a nice kill, and it does look like Daystar is trying to pick up a Ghost, pick up a better weapon, and they are immediately taken out by that Cypher. Very, very sad. But hey, that's just the first round.
Just the first round, but we talked after last map how important those pistol rounds are. And unfortunately for the Pioneers, not going their way this time.
That pistol round could have meant a lot for them, but it could also be a hindrance sometimes. Whenever you play with lower weapons, it makes you want to try harder. I feel like it makes you want to actually get these kills, and sometimes you can be like overestimating a bit, but you know, I feel like they could do it.
Well, definitely when you're on those lower weapons, nothing to save, so a little bit of time. I hear some cheering coming out from the Pioneers, so maybe play directly into their plans, but we'll have to see. It's going to be another B hit on site, and, well, that was enough for them to get on site, but again, I think that cheering was because the Pioneers just waiting and praying that they're going to come to their site, and they did just exactly that. Just one more to work around. It's a Cypher. They're going to find it, and that was a clean save from the Pioneers.
Look at that. They were able to get those picks off, and I mean, yeah, exactly what you just said. That was a clean save right there. They were going from no guns, maybe a shorty, to like a full buy. That's what it looks like, maybe.
Well, they should be on the full buy here because they saved, and it's going into round 3. But you know, they're kind of gamble. They're paid off on that site, and well, that can't feel good if you're Wesleyan here. Definitely on a bit of a light bind. Their economy kind of all over the place, not quite buying together. That's tough. They really got to hope they win this one here, but Pioneers have to be feeling hype off of that pure pistol win again. And a beautiful one-way is going to let them know that at least a couple are there. That's going to put Wesleyan in a bit of a hard spot right now. Just going to have to decide what they do. And, well, do they risk going mid when they're down those weapons? I don't know. But West Virginia, not sure if they know either. Just kind of trying to bide time and wait. But the Pioneers know that they have sight. They're defending, and they can wait for these teams to go on. Inch their way up mid here, but still without a clear plan in play. Gonna have to decide what they want to do. And now West Virginia getting a little bit nervous. Pioneers just gonna hold sight like they're supposed to. KO not gonna find any intel. They're able to back off, and it looks like this will be a B execute if they're able to inch their way up. Pizza here, lots of utility coming out, but no casualties just yet.
They're slowly pushing up and trying to shoot the smoke. Reina is peeking out, but they are taken out immediately by Daystar. It looks like all the action's about to be happening on B. Someone's waiting there, sitting there, and Creep is able to get a nice pick on that Clove. And it does look like Curse is able to get another pick. And now they're just trying to sit back and plant. Maybe trying to get free guns, hopefully. Looks like...
They're looking.
Oh.
They're looking. Nice shot there from Clark.
Clark is sitting up there waiting for someone to push out, but they're not able to get the kill. You know who is able to get the kill though is Cursed, and all 5 of them take guns to the next round. That is a very good round by Point Park, because they are all flawless and they're able to take those guns to the next round. I mean, it's perfect for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think economy-wise, especially after that save, the Pioneers just able to kind of keep those saves coming as long as possible. Things looking pretty good for the Pioneers, and you can tell, look at their faces. They know they had it planned. And when you kind of take a look at that last round, right, West Virginia, well, I'm not sure they quite knew exactly what they were doing there. Just kind of got lost, and unfortunately, well, poor execution. And so now West Virginia lost the last 2 rounds on a save again here. Pioneers still looking as strong as ever.
Does look like they might be going for an A push. Can't really tell, but they are they did buy light, so it might be a little bit of a risky play, just trying to push fully through. But since no one is on site, they are able to. Creep is just sitting there waiting for someone to peek out, and they do get that pick. They're maybe waiting for someone to come through mid, but there's no one there. Might be trying to flank. No, they're just going to play with their teammates, which is a very smart play, I feel like. That could have been ended really badly if they didn't know what they were doing, but it does look like Clove is hit with that Sky Dog, and Sky's able to take them out.
Once again, all just down to this Cypher spiral drips, but that's hard when you're smoked off in a 1v4. They're able to find Cypher, get this defuse, and put a third on the board for the Pioneers.
Look at that morale change. They all are smiling. They're all ready. I love that they just reset mentally and that they're just happy now. They're winning these rounds because they're in a good mood, and I love it.
Well, that's exactly what we said, right? The Pioneers, very much a mental team, and they need to kind of keep this morale boost up because it's, I mean, it is tough and it's a mentally taxing game. And remember, if the Pioneers are able to win this one, we still have a whole nother map to go to.
That is true, yeah. And it looks like they're trying to push up through B or maybe through mid, trying to get some early on picks. But oh my gosh, Reyna got the wrong weapon out, but it does look like their Clove is able to save them. Daystar sitting down there on the smoke, and they are able to shut the door, but they did not realize that Reyna was just sitting right there, able to get a nice pick on them. Oh my gosh, so much is happening. I didn't even get to see it. Essence, Cypher, they're all getting picks, and now it's just down to Ari. Oh, the humanity. Ari's just sitting there waiting for a nice pick, waiting for someone just to peek out. They know that Reyna's there. They know that they're both there. But do they know that they're going to get this kill? Do they know that there's going to be someone flanking them?
I think she might know. Definitely looking, trying to find some sort of exit frag at least. Ooh, finds one.
There's a nice pick on Reyna right there.
That's going to be all she wrote. Ari knows when to cut ties. Looking for one more. Knows they were spotted there by Cypher. And sees that spam through. Doesn't want to get caught in that. Not able to find another, but that's okay. Survives with their life.
Look at that ult econ right now. They're all about to be having ults soon.
Yeah, but 2 on the board for the Pioneers that we could see used here. Of course, West Virginia. 3 online as well for them. Expecting to see them soon, but that win there makes West Virginia, well, a little bit happier. The economy's reset. 1 round away from tying this back up.
As they're pushing through, it does look like they are getting smoked off immediately. The Reyna is just running in there. The entire team's running in as fast as possible.
Ooh,
it does look like
nice
Princess
pick.
are able to get the spike planner off. And because of that, they have to maybe rethink their plans, you know, rethink their execution of what's going to be happening in a minute. They are trying to plant now. Curse sitting there waiting for someone to come out. Princess Ari dogging, getting that beautiful flash from Creep. Spirals is just waiting for someone to peek out, and Jet is taken out. Oh my gosh. Creep maybe rotating up to get a different angle on whoever is going to be out there. There's someone watching that smoke though, so it might be very dangerous to peek out. But they were able to get a nice pick on that Clove. But the rest of their team was able to play together, and they were able to win the round, the attackers.
That puts 1 more round on the board to tie us up. Pioneers still fighting for a map win in this series, but with each round they give up makes it a little bit harder. Remember, they're starting on their defensive half. That's a stronger half if you're on a map like Ascent, and well, they need to get as many rounds on the board as possible this half. Once again, looks like this is going to be another A hit coming out from West Virginia. And if they're able to push off, they didn't see any one-way this time. Things went pretty well last time. It looks like they're going to try to commit here if they can, and they're gonna have no problem getting on site. Creep not even able to find one. That's a free site. That smoke's gone for the defenders. And that's an ultimate out for West Virginia. Suddenly though, lots and lots and lots of shots coming out from the Pioneers, able to just secure them one more round. That was beautiful. Things didn't look like they would quite be going their way, but that's okay. At the drop of a dime, able to turn it around. The defenders put one more, and once again, Pioneers in the lead.
It looks like they were able to get that morale back too. Though they looked a little bit ticked off that they lost a few guns, they were able to take the round. And because of that, they should be able to full buy now, right? Yes, they are. One person on the other team though is buying a sheriff. And it looks like there are 3 alts on our team and 4 alts on the other team. We might be seeing a KO alt being pushed up through A in a minute.
Well, we'll see as they inch their way up. Not gonna find anything with that recon bolt. Might not need to invest the ult, but Clark finds 2 before going down, and now things are looking a little bit tougher for West Virginia. In a 2v4, Spike is down. How do you recover from that? Don't have the weapons, a sheriff in hand. Gotta try to find somebody's head.
Daystar's trying to push up, and who was able to get that kill? It looks like Ari was. Ari was just playing off the positioning. They were trying to get these kills, and they were able to get it. I love it. Ari's positioning, being there all the time, playing with their teammates. She is doing amazing right now, and I love seeing them do this. Do these plays. Do the teamwork.
Do the teamwork.
Do the teamwork. Looks like it's 5-3 right now. They are up by 2 rounds, but it is still anyone's game right now.
4 ultimates on each side. I'm expecting to see them being expended pretty shortly here coming out. That's spam. Not going to find anyone, but Pioneers just kind of holding their angles. No need to get too aggressive. You can hold and wait for a push. Clark, though, does find that opening pick, and now numbers advantage back in Pioneers' favor. And they should know that drone starting to come out. It's going to be a push, Essence. Saw someone mark it, so going to be looking towards there. But a self flash from their team.
Doesn't even matter. That self flash was that person who was flashed got 2 kills right there. Oh my gosh. Daystar was able to take it back a little bit of that momentum, but it looks like Daystar is the last person alive right now. They might be trying to rotate through mid, maybe saving or trying to get at least 1 pick before the spike goes off. But it is a 2v1 situation, so he might be able to do stuff with that dart.
Looking to spam through, knows where 1 is, but has to be careful. They're wide open. We're able to make it past, but just not looking the right way. Essence gonna find Daystar, and that's another on the board for West Virginia.
That positioning from Sova was really good. I feel like they were able to just like go behind the box and wait for them, hide behind the wall. There are so many places that they could have been, but they chose the right one. 4 ults this round. It looks like it's coming from Point Park. Hopefully we'll be able to see the Sova ult, or maybe even the Omen ult, to get that free information. Looks like Clove is trying to push up with their Reyna. Reyna pops all, and it does look like, is that KO with lineup? So lineup for a flash right now. That looks insane. Oh, and they are able to get a kill. Oh my gosh, was that a Molly kill right there? From KJ. KJ cursed.
Well, Pioneers have the numbers here, 5v3, but the bomb planted. Gonna have to start working that Killjoy though, coming out. Should have given them enough time if it weren't destroyed. And now the 5v3, suddenly in a 3v3, make that a 3v2. Pioneers gonna have a hard time getting on site. Once again, all down to Daystar. Ultimates coming out from the side of West Virginia making this a very, very tough battle. Daystar can only find one there before getting traded, and now, once again, West Virginia back on the scoreboard. They're bringing this game right back, neck and neck. Who will take the victory here? Pioneers had enough of an economy buildup where they could buy weapons, but this will be the round that's very, very telling. Economy starting to get in, well, not the ideal place for either team.
It looks like they're just going back and forth with 2 rounds right now. One 1-2 round, they just take it, and then the next 2 rounds, they just keep coming back. I love it. I love the back and forth. Gives us more time to watch what happens and see what they're going to be doing. I love the Sova drone trying to push up right through the smoke. No one's on site, so they are able to take it. But are they able to find a pick or anything? Ooh, that Sova ult does immediately come out, and Cursed is trying to get out of the way, but they are hit by it slightly. Princess Ari is dogging out, but they were immediately taken out. Isaiah is at 24 HP. Or Reyna is at 24 HP. The Jet ult does come out immediately. They do use the KO knife, which they were not able to get. Jet was picked by Cypher. Reyna was able to get a nice pick, and it does look like Cypher is able to get another kill to win the round.
Good positioning coming out from West Virginia. Now, once again, on top. A timeout is coming out. And I think very, very good chance here to take the time to slow down, figure out what you need to do differently. Coach Chris definitely has some words for the Pioneers, and hopefully that'll just be the little confidence boost they need to get back in. If they can kind of slow down that momentum. It's been a lot of back and forth, but the Pioneers can work on some strats right now. Well, they just might have a chance to go back in the lead.
It is the last round before swap, so I feel like they needed this timeout to just think about what they've been doing. Think about what they're going to be doing on attack. Wait, they're on defense, right? Point Park is on defense.
They're on defense right now. Soon, though, we will be switching in the half, and there's a little bit of time to regroup. But remember, on a map like Ascent, it's very, very defender-sided, so the Pioneers kind of have to rein it in right here and make sure they really get the last couple rounds on the border. It might be looking tough for them going into their attacking side.
If they do win this round, though, it's going to be looking good for their attacking side. If they don't win this round, it's going to look a little iffy, but I do feel like they can pull it back.
Yeah, I mean, you think a lot of back and forth here in this half. They should have the opportunity to have that back and forth next half, but what I think tends to happen is when a side is as back and forth as this, one team tends to take it away that next half. And well, unfortunately for the Pioneers, it could be West Virginia here, but if they can get one more, at least bring this to a 6-6, they might have a little bit of an easier time.
Ari just sitting in a tree right now. Is that Gamer just throwing a flash out of nowhere? You know, putting up those threes. Getting those lineups, and it does look like Cursed is able to get a nice pick on Reyna, but they are not able to take out that, was that KO? Yeah. Essence was able to get a kill on Cursed, and it looks like, was that Clove? Clove gets another kill. Oh my gosh, Clove with the 2 kills right now. They are planting. They are able to get the plant down. Clark is just trying to get someone through the wall, but they aren't. And it look,
good shock dart.
That Sova dart coming out of nowhere, killing the like 55 HP Daystar. And was that Cypher who got a headshot through the wall, maybe?
Yeah, that's rough if you're a Pioneer fan. But we will be switching halves now. I do think the Pioneers have their work cut out for them, but remember, it's a new half, and, well, if your opponents could put up 7 on their attacking half, surely you can too, right?
I don't know, though, because they do have a Cypher on their side, and Cypher's amazing on defense. They have amazing trips. They're able to get that, like, they're able to stop pushes, stop heavy pushes. Like, it's insane, but I do feel like they might be able to take this back.
Well, we'll see if that's going to be possible. It all starts here on the pistol. I think a win condition for the Pioneers might be a win here.
It does look like they're going through mid right now, trying to maybe get like just something easy. I don't know, but it does look like Clark is able to get a nice 2K on them. They were not able to find the picks that they wanted, and they were just immediately taken out. Very, very unlucky. Isaiah was able to get a nice chunk of damage, but Clark comes out of nowhere with a 3K. Oh my gosh. If only there were two more left, then we'd be seeing another ace.
Oh, once again down to spiral drips. I mean, an ace could come out for West Virginia Wesleyan, but I don't think it's likely. Pioneers have a very, very strong pistol round. Spiral drips probably hoping to find at least one before they die. Is going to clear out Cursed, and oh no, not like this.
Cursed. Oh,
the knife kill doesn't feel too great.
Cursed getting knifed out of nowhere. That's very unlucky, but it does look like Creep was able to pick it up and win the round. That was very good attacking side. They did not go to the Cypher's side that they were, setting up and all that. And because of that, they were able to win that round, I feel like. Because Cypher just stops pushes completely. Cypher, I feel like, just completely screws over the entire, team, how they're thinking. And I feel like because of that, it just messes them up. But it does look like they might be, I don't know, they might be just going for a default play right now.
Well, I mean, when you have the weapons and you have the guns, if you can get some of these opening picks, that should make pushing onto your side a little bit easier. We talked about Ari with the shotgun, but it's, well, a Sky and a Clove with a shotgun. Who's going to push out first? I don't think either of them want to budge. But this time that Pioneer's taking to slow it down means early rotations coming in from West Virginia, and that gives Pioneers tons of space up here mid. That smoke also hard for Gamer Gus, who only has a classic. Are you going to push that or are you going to wait? Smoke's dissipating and Gamer Gus doesn't want to find out what that means.
Nice kill from Cursed right there. They were ready for that. Fastly pushing up to B. I don't think there's anyone on site, so they might be able to get this plant down really fast. Looks like the other team is trying to regroup a little bit. Maybe get some picks on people who are trying to rotate, but they are not able to find anyone.
Well, yeah. Knew that this was a clear site, able to clean that up. And, well, West Virginia, numbers disadvantage, gun disadvantage, just going to have to try their hardest to find one. Ari circling around with the shotgun. Ooh, but not going to find it. That's okay there. A whole team to help clean that up. A flawless coming out from the Pioneers, and that's exactly the momentum they need.
We were just talking about it, that they weren't going to be able to do anything on attack, and now look at them. They're able to get everything done. They just went up 2 rounds from losing the last few, and because of that, they're going to be in a better position, I feel like.
Well, and that's what we talked about, right? Those pistol rounds are so important. Able to win their first 2 pistols, and of course, well, now West Virginia on a bye, but it's tied now. If they're able to win this one again here, things will be looking a little bit sharper for them, but getting spotted by that Sova dart means that's an easy Odin spam through the wall on you, and fortunately this time Clark paid for it with his life. Pioneers slowing this down a little bit. They don't have the numbers, but now Cursed at least able to equalize it just a little bit. Still an Odin you have to worry about spamming. But that does tell them there might be a little bit less they have to work with here on that B site. Cypher over there on the other side, and a trade coming out from Gamer Gus. Still a 3v3, but weapons advantage on the side of Wesleyan. 45 seconds, but they don't want to allow themselves to get pinched. Lots of areas you have to look. And now Pioneers on site. That makes things a little bit easier. Still, that Odin spam they have to work against. Ari trying to just isolate these fights. Does a lot of damage, but again, damage is not what we're after here. We're after kills. Creep, though, able to isolate a little bit. Knows where the last 2 are. Can't quite find that one. In essence, with that Odin, going to find 4 for the round. But again, we talk about how important it is doing damage to the economy. That was an expensive buy up there for West Virginia Wesleyan.
Yeah, I mean, they just lost 3 of their major guns that they were using that round, and because of that, they did lose a lot of their econ. I feel like that. I feel like that they might be having to save a little bit this round because they were not able to fully buy. But it does look like they might be just trying to force like a force buy or something this round. Slowly pushing up through A, you know, trying to get that information. But there is Cypher stuff there, so that might be a very, very hard push. Clark not looking in the right direction, and Clove was able to get a kill, but Ari is able to pick it up.
Good trade coming out, but still, Pioneer's gonna have to fight for their way to make it on to site.
They're not able to get the kill on the Sova, but Creep is able to get a nice kill on Cypher. They were ready, but they were not ready for that Reyna coming through mid. Oh, a nice double
beautiful,
K.
beautiful from Creep.
And because of that, he goes to the other site. Reyna's wondering what's happening. Where is he at? And they now realize that he's on the other site. They have to run over there, but, you know, because you're Omen, you could just hide in the most randomest spots possible with these teleports and just have weird positioning, which I don't think Creep is going to be able to do. They're just going to have to take these 50-50s. And they are able to. They get a nice 4K and clutch the round. That ult was beautiful, and they were able to save it for them. And now it's 8-8 tied up right now.
Another Creep 4K to clean that round up. Things looking pretty good for the Pioneers right about now. Smiles on their faces. You could see smile on Coach Chris's face. Now, if I'm West Virginia Wesleyan, I'm starting to sweat just a little bit.
I'd start to panic. I'd be going insane right now. I would have been going crazy. Just not a rage monster, but I would have been a little bit ticked off.
A rage monster? Not yet. What would it take to make you a rage monster?
It would take
Scout destroyed.
every single person on my team looking the opposite direction, looking at a wall,
yeah. That would make me a
or
rage
just
monster
everyone just disconnecting in the middle of the game. And I'm like the only player against 5. I think I'd be a little bit ticked off, you know.
Oh, weapons not in the hand of West Virginia, and that's one that's gonna fall before getting traded out. That should be an easy weapon recovered there for the Cypher after finding 2. Ultimate also coming out from West Virginia, going to find that Spike planer, but Spike is down. All now down to Ari, who has to look for 3, but not gonna matter. It's Isaiah with the Sheriff to put round number 9 on the board for West Virginia Wesleyan.
Yes, they were able to use that good utility. They were not ready for that Cypher cam, and because of that Sova ult coming out of nowhere, they were able to ping where the person was and kind of screwed them. The utility usage that round was beautiful. The info that they used, that was awesome, and there's nothing you can do against that Cypher cam.
Yeah, I mean, Cypher's just such a strong sentinel, and this player specifically, especially with those Sheriffs.
Looks like they're able to understand that Cypher play. I feel like that they might be using a few ults. Maybe 1, maybe 2, I don't know. But they do have ults, and they are getting a few more ults soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with ultimates is that's such a powerful weapon in a game like this, and if you don't use it, well, you're going to kind of lose it. Better to use it when you have the chance. You can always build those points back up. Taking it a little bit slower here, the Pioneers. An opening pick from Clark makes it a little bit easier for the Pioneers. They have the numbers advantage here. They're kind of stuck here on mid. Which way are they going to go? They have to start making those decisions now. And, well, with West Virginia able to hold these choke points, sometimes no intel is the best intel.
No intel's the best intel?
Well, you know where they're not. So that gives you kind of an idea of where they could be going. And it makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to worry about them all pushing a site that you're not on because you have a lot of those choke points covered. Isaiah finds one and able to dismiss out, and Gamer Gus here finds 3. Things not looking so good. All down to Cursed. Cursed had an ace earlier. Might need to find a couple more here. 20 seconds left, though. I think it's going to be tough. Easier said than done.
Might try to actually just pick up a gun and maybe save. I don't know if they're going to be going for this save or not. But it does look like their presence was spotted, so they know they're going to have to fall back. And yeah, they are. They're going to start saving. Maybe for the next round. Their econ is very low right now, so that was a really good call from their IGL.
Yeah, you kind of have to save, I think, in a situation like that one.
Look at them. They all look very defeated, very frustrated right now, which they should not be letting this get to their head. They're, like you said before, they are a mental game. Like, they're a mental team right now, and it looks like their mental's tanking. Besides Creep. Creep is trying to bring their mental back with that smile, with talking to Ari. Looks like they're trying to get some of that mentality back. But they are on a really big light buy right now, which to me is very scary. That light buy looks terrifying. I would not want to go against many Vandals with a light buy. Maybe with the sniper, but you know, not the best idea. It does look like they might be trying to go through mid since they're on the light buy and trying to get an early pick, but you can't really tell what's going to happen until it happens. Like, oh my gosh, Creep is just trying to snipe someone through the wall. But it looks like Clark was taken out immediately. Looks like the Reyna might be having some technical difficulties. Cursed is able to get a nice pick on that Clove. They're all trying to push through tree now. Reyna is still not moving on the other side. Oh, nope, nope, they're back. They're back. My bad, never mind. They're like, huh? They just woke up. Just woke up from a nap. You know, ready to take out the entire team, right?
Didn't miss too much in this round. Still a 4v4. Woke up just in time. About 30 seconds left in the half. Pioneer's gonna have to start making moves now if they want to put one more on the board. Time is ticking. They're running out of time. 2 rounds away from tying it up with Wesleyan, who are 2 rounds away from match point themselves. Oh, Isaiah finds 1, finds 2, and now just 1 more. All down here to Ari.
10 seconds left.
Ari, just a classic in hand, looking for 1, not gonna find it. Isaiah with 3. Came back just at the right moment.
Yeah, they just woke up and got a 3K immediately. I wish I could do that.
Me too. Me too. Fortunately, I'm not quite as lucky. Looks like a timeout is going to be called here again. And, well, I think that was a well-placed timeout.
Yeah. Oh, that was so bad. Yeah, no, that was very stressful, I feel like. That looks like that they were starting to panic a little bit. They were going on this light buy, and because of that, they were just not knowing what to do. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think when you're on those weaker buys, you have to be aggressive, and you really just kind of have to run and play for some of those picks. But that's easier said than done, isn't it? From here, it's like, hey, should have just done this, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But now, this timeout coming out at the perfect spot, trying to prevent West Virginia from getting to match point, but a lot of rounds left to go. It might seem close, and it is, but you really can't afford to be making any mistakes, especially when West Virginia just 1 away from match point here.
yeah, no, it's going to be a very stressful, like, few rounds. I feel like that they're going to have to just play very aggressive, because it looks, from what I've seen so far, the other team only holds 1 major site, or they are already over-rotating on defense. And because of that, they're not really checking the other side, or they're leaving someone just to hold it. And because of that, our team can just be incredibly aggressive and just take that site immediately.
Well, we'll see what the Pioneers can do now. 8-11. Things not looking so great for them here, but if they can kind of tap back into what they were doing on their aggressive halves and then where their momentum was up, they have a chance. Creep with the opening pick makes that even easier for them, but they're gonna have to capitalize off of that. Gonna have to push into some Cypher utility, but Curse's Killjoy, that might just be exactly what they need. You definitely want to work off, and we talk about that ult economy. 4 ults online for the Pioneers. Used 1 already, but Gamergut's gonna use 1 himself. It's trades back and forth, still a 3v3, but the Pioneers able to make their way onto site. But now they know there's an operator that they're playing against with Daystar. Taking this position down in hell, wants to make sure that they're not in line of sight, but it's hard. You still don't have numbers anymore, and, well, things not looking good. The shots come out, and the Pioneers, by the skin of their teeth. That's not a saying, is it? The skin of your teeth.
Yeah, I'd say it is, you know. But by the skin of their teeth.
The teeth doesn't. The skin
The
of
hairs
your
on their chin.
I don't.
I don't know. Our producer's was saying some messed up stuff to us. I don't know. He's looking at us weirdly.
The skin. No, it's not the skin of your chin. It's the hair on your.
It's the hair on your chin. Yeah. I don't know. Our producer's saying some whack stuff, but let's get into this next round.
Surely not us, right?
Not us.
Not
No,
us.
never
Not
us.
us.
Never us. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Can't blame me. Oh, it looks like that beautiful shot from Clove hits Cursed. Oh, that is very unlucky. Already down a number in the first like 5 seconds of the match. Are they going to be able to push through? Yes, they are. They are going to maybe fall back, actually. To fall off of A. They know they're going to over-rotate soon, so they might try to go for that B push. Oh, that sniper missed, and looks like Creep was able to get a nice headshot on Isaiah.
Some extra shots for good measure, too. At least that brings the numbers back in, but I don't see the Pioneers electing to go mid anytime soon when they know there's an operator in play.
They are pushing onto site. They are rotating fast, but that what is that? The Odin is spam is just trying to get through the wall. But oh my gosh, Clark was ready for him, and it looks like Clark was ready for that Sova there too. Oh my gosh, they're just getting kills non-stop.
Good positioning and good team play. So we're gonna have to make a choice. Do I save this operator or do I try to be a little bit aggressive? Well, I think that's going to depend what Spiral Drips is able to do, but Pioneer's in a good position. They have numbers, they have time. Clock is ticking. So we're hoping someone peeks out.
They just need to shoot through that wall. They're going to be...
Ooh, finds one, finds two. That's 3 for the round before getting traded out by Clark. But when you have that ultimate... Oh, no.
But they aren't able to defuse it.
Coming out for Clark this time, but that's okay. Played time, won, and well, at the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? A win on the board. Things are looking pretty good for the Pioneers. 1 round away. If they can play another round just like that, they have the opportunity, but they know that operator's still in play.
Yes, now it is 10-11 right now, and because that is such a close matchup. Like you said before, you said there weren't going to be 2 more rounds. There's going to be a few more. And I love seeing that they're able to slowly bring it back a little bit. Maybe get another plant off and take this round, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. Oh, the Ares spam right through the wall, but no one is standing there. They're ready for it, it looks like. Oof, but they were detected by that KO. They might be switching to mid. And they're not ready for that op shot. Ari immediately taken out, but it looks like Creep was able to get the Clove out of that operator position. Isaiah's just sitting in that smoke, waiting for someone to push up or maybe to get a pick, but no one is. They're all just rotating through their spawn to go through A. Jet is just up there looking for someone, but they're not able to find anyone. Oh, maybe they might be turning around, it looks like. They're just playing the time right. They're just waiting. They're looking around.
Never let them know your next move.
Yeah, literally. But it does look like they're going to be splitting to 2, but all 4 of them are going to be right there. They're definitely pushing B. 100% they're going to be pushing on to B and trying to get these kills. Sova does have his ult, but are they going to be able to use it? Ooh, Sova killed Daystar right there. Oh my gosh, Gamer.
Not looking good. All down here to Creep, but That's tough when you're in a 1v4 situation, not able to do anything, and now suddenly match point here for West Virginia Wesleyan College.
Gamer had really good positioning right there. None of them were looking at their backs. And because of that, Gamer was just able to get a nice 3K taking that round for West Virginia.
2 ultimates online for either team. If there's ever time to use it for the Pioneers, it's now.
They're going for an extremely light buy on this last round.
Really have much of a choice either.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't have much of a choice. They don't have anything. They're just gonna have to use these ults and hopefully get a few picks off of them and pick up some weapons. Ooh, Curse does have a Vandal though, so we might be able to see a nice play by him.
Curse with the Vandal, Clark with the knives. Maybe that's all they need. We'll see. Is this game, or will they be able to continue off of this? It's hard though. The Outlaw does a lot of damage. And Clark, unfortunately, not able to make use of those knives either. Now a 2v5 to stay in this game. It's going to be tough, but can Ari and Daystar do it? Well, they don't have a choice. Not only is this their chance to stay in the map, but it's their chance to stay in the series. Down 0-1. Will they be able to bring it to bind? I don't know, but this is such a close series, and if ever there's a time to do it, it's now. The Pioneers have never been closer, but unfortunately not able to do it this time. A flawless round to end for West Virginia Wesleyan, and well, they just won the series 2-0.
That was crazy. I mean, they were able to play off of each other. They were able to use this utility that I've never seen before. Honestly, the crazy lineups I saw from KO throwing his flash into a tree, or the Sova dart coming out of nowhere and taking out Daystar, and just someone shooting through the wall and hitting them right through the head. That is insane to me. I think that a lot of this was just a really good utility usage from West Virginia, and they were not ready for that. They were just expecting an all-out gunfight, which obviously did not happen.
Well, once again for the Pioneers, another close series. The 2 games were close, but not close enough. Let's take a look at those highlights from Ascent in a second. Actually, we're going to wait for those to get loaded in here, but okay, I lied.
Liar. Our producer lied to us.
You know what? They'll be here when they're here. But, I mean, it will be nice to kind of just take a second and kind of break down what we just saw. Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting. But, yeah, I think there was a lot of back and forth in terms of rounds in that game. But, unfortunately, at the end, West Virginia Wesleyan just kind of had that momentum build up, and even just taking a look now, this was such a great play though on the second pistol round. They made the gamble to go to this site, and it paid off, and I really think this is kind of where the Pioneers started to get that good momentum, the good vibes, the good juju, able to put quite a few on the board as well after this, but man, it's tough.
Creep's nice kills right there. Oh my gosh, the slow-mo, I love it. Who's our animator doing all this? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, thank you to our replay operator, none other than
who is it?
Nate, our
is
producer.
It Nate? Oh, yeah, our producer,
Nate,
yeah.
Who's now replay operator. We have another producer here today who, again, I want to shout out everyone on the production team here at the Pioneers. Everyone does such a great job. And the Pioneers, the athletes themselves, did such a great job, but unfortunately, this just wasn't the game for them. But we keep inching closer towards that success rate, right? Like, we're so close to winning. We're just on the cusp of it, just not able to bring it home.
Still climbing up, still getting
still
up
climbing
top
up
of the Mount Everest.
Still climbing up. But I think, I really do think, I say this every week, but we are so close to bringing home a win. But for West Virginia Wesleyan College, right, this has to feel good because they were 2-3 coming into this. So I'm not quite sure what their playoff chances are at the moment. Definitely take a look at the NACE Star League East division to kind of see where they're standing. But, you know, at the end of the day, unfortunately for the Pioneers, our chances in the playoffs are out. But congratulations to West Virginia Wesleyan College. You know, you might have just stayed in this a little bit longer, and I definitely want to keep an eye out on them and see how the rest of their playoff or league run goes. But unfortunately for the Pioneers, well, this is the end of our Valorant broadcast today.
Very, very sad.
Very sad.